millions of viewers every night watching our show, and what do? We just shovel shit into their faces, man. We could be doing something positive.
That's what people want. Give us some shit. Manja, we're the people. Give us the shit. Manja, manja.
Gotta give them what they wanted. That manja, manja, manja. We be smoking on that ganja. Yelling manja, manja, manja. Yeah, this is what you want. Screaming manja, manja, manja. That boy, he is a problem. With that manja, manja,
That boy is Benny Hanna.
What's up, everybody? It's your man Osh from the Ghost and Noise from Nowhere. Our first episode of 2020. Here with the best guest that we could start 2020 with, my man, the Mighty Q.
Hey, what's up?
So, we got my man here. I've been doing fucking business with this dude, fucking shows left and right, ciphers, songs, verses, features on his shit, my shit, everything. So, that all being said, we're going to get into a little bit of my man tonight, let you know more about him as an artist, because it would fucking blow your mind, really. So, we're just going to get into it. Q, we're going to let him know a little bit of how you started,
Okay.
Stuff like that.
Cool. I started about 4 years ago. Me and Reese, we've been friends for a while, so we were hanging out at an apartment. You know, everybody's hanging out, drinking, smoking, and freestyling. So I had never rapped at the time. You know, I listened to a lot of it at the time, and I was like, I'm gonna try rapping, and it was terrible. You know, and so then I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna write something, and I came back the next day with like some little bit of bars, you know, and they were like, all right, that was cool.
Was it to spit at a party? Like, was it like you knew the party was gonna be popping, so you came with some shit written?
Oh no,
Or you just came straight to?
I went to Reese and my brother Grant. Shout out Grant, major influence right there too. Went to them and they were like, yeah, that's cool. You can do better though. And they kept pushing me and giving me pointers. It was terrible. But 4 years later, you know, I have pretty good faith I could kick it on a track with a lot of the majors now, so.
Fucking A's, bro. So, I know a lot of your fucking history and how you came up and stuff. You just let us know, like, what was your first shows and shit like that, your first experiences on stage and shit like that?
My first show, Duke Wallace put me on the Ill Vibes competition tour.
Shout out Duke Wallace.
Shout out Duke Wallace,
me and Rick Bliss were guest judges with Ill Vibe on that one. Shout out Duke.
That was my first show. And then, yeah, that was my first show. And then Reese put me on to my second show after that. I recorded those songs that I performed it there with Caponics, actually. Drove to Douglas for that. Yeah.
That's my dog. Shout out Caponics. I was the first Blueprint lab ever.
Was it?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. Caponics did all our original shit. Fucking. So you said you started out with Reese. Has that always been like a thing, or you developed as an artist after Reese? Like you didn't want to like.
Me and Reese, we have like a friendly. I don't want to call it a competition, but we're always pushing each other. We're always. He'll show me some real dope stuff, and then I'll be like, okay, you know, I'll go home and up my game, and then show him that, and he'll up his game, and it's just never ending of a healthy
friendly competition.
Yeah.
That's me and Rick, bro. I get it. You don't want to call it competition, but it is, bro. It is. So you're like, man, my bro just did me like that. Like, I know my bros. In my head, bro, Rick's a better rapper to me. Rick tells me opposite. That might just be him pumping me up. But at the same time, it's because me and him have sat there and we've verbally sparred with each other so many times. It's like, not that we've done it so many times, it's that we've seen each other's tricks and we didn't expect them. So you're like, oh, god damn. I didn't know you could do that. How'd you do that? Okay, and like you said, it makes you up your game.
And so, it's just never ending either. It's just like, Reese just dropped The Gate, and I just dropped Diverse. And the only reason that I dropped Diverse is because he dropped The Gate, and I'm like, I wouldn't be dropping projects if it wasn't for him, you know.
Shout out to fucking Reese.
Shout out to Reese, yeah.
For sure. Reese started his career maybe like within a year before me, so I'm like right behind him as far as when we started.
On
like
the timeline,
pushing our music, yeah. So, so you said you guys have been staggering projects back and forth. I seen the video for Diverse. That was tight.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd you film that at?
Diverse was actually in the studio in the Restoration Church, which was like the most professional studio that you could find in Wyoming. It was like 45-degree tilted windows, double insulated doors, and I mean, like, you open a door, you have to open another door. Double thick walls, sound insulated, everything was completely professional grade, all that stuff. That's where Diverse was shot.
Fucking A. So
I recently just shot a house party music video.
Boom! That's what I was trying to get to. Beating around the bush.
The next video was the house party video. We shot that at Butch's and then at my apartment. And that video just went crazy, man.
Shout out Challen at Butch's.
Yeah, Challen and Cody. Shout out Cody at Roselle for letting me do it over there. It was last second too. But we ended up going crazy, man.
I know. I had my kids that night too. I felt bad. I wanted to come through.
Yeah, well, we had a pretty crazy turnout for. I had 24 hours to get as many people as I could to a music video shoot, and there ended up being like 20 of us, 15 to 20, you know, and we ended up. It just went crazy, man.
That's tight, bro.
Yeah, it was a blast.
That's tight. Fucking so, house party that dropped when?
Today actually at noon, yeah.
Boom. So fucking get on YouTube. I'm subscribed to Q's page. Do the same fucking thing. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that bullshit. We need to start getting us local artists monetized through YouTube. But anyways, so he dropped Diverse, what, a month ago, 2 months ago?
Yeah, about 2 months ago, and I released every single... I released the project as singles because in this market, in the current market in the hip-hop scene, dropping a whole album at one time, people aren't going to sit through a whole album, you know? They're not going to sit through a whole album, so I dropped Diverse, and I waited 2 weeks and dropped the next one, 2 weeks, the next one, 2 weeks, the next one, and it performed beyond what I even expected, you know?
Nice.
Insane.
Nice. So, you know, and a lot of people have been there from the start of Rapper's Delight, and I've told you this before, I said this before, you're an artist I described as came up through the Rapper's Delight circuit, and not that you wasn't there before, but the fact that you kind of blew up through Rapper's Delight, and now that you're like a fucking pillar in the Rapper's Delight community, which kind of fucking makes you a pillar in the Casper hip-hop community.
Yeah. When you started in Rapper's Delights, it was like, I don't know, you just created a network, you know? Like, you got people coming from Douglas and Gillette and Riverton. You got people coming from Colorado, Nebraska. Dude.
South Dakota,
South Dakota, man. You just created that network right there, and, like, you created the pillars, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what Rapper's Delight.
Yeah, so fucking anybody who's ever been to a Rapper's Delight, if you're an artist and you go there, it's the best fucking feeling in the world, because you're either there to compete, and when you're competing, whether you lose or not, people are still gonna fucking give you props. You're still gonna fucking network with people. Yeah. You're gonna learn if you're a willing artist to learn. And when you fucking win, you feel like fucking Lil Wayne in this bitch. For real.
Yeah.
There's no better feeling as a local artist than coming away as a winner from Rapper's Delight, because you're winning money, you're winning a fucking trophy, and you're winning acknowledgement from your fucking peers.
You stand up on that stage, you got a gold trophy in your hand, a $100 bill, you take a picture. I mean, you leave, you buy a case of beer, you know?
Yeah, fucking make your fucking old lady feel like you're tight for a minute, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's a whole different experience if you've never been to one. But, so, I mean, and Q's my bro. Me and him talk a lot off camera. We work together a lot. We're getting ready to be on a cypher together with that White with a Sprite is producing. So that one's coming soon. Everybody needs to look out for it. Me, Q, Tyrell, Shay, White with a Sprite, and Rick Bliss, I think. Is there only 5 of us?
Yeah, yep.
I think there's only 5. And so that is a fucking good thing, because what I started with the Go City Cyphers, I didn't start ciphers in Wyoming or in Casper or nothing like that, but what I wanted to do was get a continuous chain of ciphers going to where we could pump the Rapper's Delight artists through to, you know, because again, the Rapper's Delight artists, a lot of them have never done anything besides be openers, and a lot of them have never even been openers.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of Rapper's Delight artists got their first stage taste period through Rapper's Delight. And whether it was through competition, through being an opener, or through being a headliner. And, you know, I'm the one who picked the openers and headliners, and usually I do that through people I knew that were proven performers. You, Reese,
Okay. Yeah.
you know, people like that, Tyrell Shea, and the whole Scatterbrain EP phase. I seen them dudes perform at Alcova Fest maybe 2 years ago, or maybe it was a Rhyme Sick Fest. One of the two, I don't remember. But anyways, that's what me and Rick Bliss still talk about. That is their fucking.
No, Kirby Norris too.
Yeah.
I'll never forget the first time I saw him.
What does he call himself?
Dirty Kurt, I think.
No, he calls himself something different. Something Jesus.
Jesus.
Homeless Jesus or some bullshit like Dirty Kirby. Yeah. Their stage performance is fucking phenomenal.
I gotta say, the first time I ever saw him perform, man, it was I think it was at the Alcova, one of the Alcova Fests, man. I just could not stop cracking up because what he says, I'm like, I don't even remember, man. It was like 2 years ago, but.
Yep. So, getting us to link with them, and Frizolid is my dog. I met him through Rapper's Delight. I got my first headline ever through Rapper's Delight in South Dakota. Rick Bliss just got his first headline. You know, you headline?
Yep.
You headlined. Reese headlined. White with a Sprite headline. Fuck, did I already say that? I think Zay headlined. Styles headlined. King Wilson headlined.
Reese?
Yeah. Yeah, I said Reese.
Oh,
But the point is, artists, Zach Payton has won the competition.
Mm-hmm.
Waze has won the competition. Shota has won the competition. And these are people who never even headlined the Rapper's Delights. So many people come out fucking winners of those situations, you know? How many people do you know that never thought they was going to be a fucking artist, and then they just went to a Rapper's Delight and met other artists? Didn't even perform, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, Zach Payton, just for instance, he's been dropping tracks for a minute, and then he showed up to a couple Rappers Delights, and I mean, even just showing up, like I had never really talked to him before he showed up, and I said, "What's up, man?" We started talking, you know, started networking, and
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. And so fucking all these youngsters coming up through the local scene here, when before it was the older cats would fucking shine, and then when they would go on to something else, the scene would fall off. You know what I mean? Nike's been in like 3 or 4 different groups, and with every one, rise, and then this rise of the Casper scene, the fall of the Casper scene, rise of the Casper scene, fall of the Casper scene. Somebody individually has always had to be popping for there to be a scene, whereas to now there is a scene.
Yeah, it's consistent too.
I can fall off today, and there's still going to be a fucking scene.
Yeah.
Because I'm not even in my mind, I'm not the best. So in fucking igniting the fire, now all you motherfuckers are blowing up. You know what I mean? And that's exactly what I wanted.
Yeah.
Exactly what I wanted. Cats like Zay, you know what I mean? Cats like Styles, cats like King Wilson, fucking, and other people who could fucking produce and sing and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like pure talent, not just fucking rapping, which I'm not taking nothing away from any MC or lyricist, but the skill wise that we got just sitting here going unnoticed is disrespectful to me. So
yeah, it is. I'm just like dumbfounded, you know?
Yep. So the Rapper's Delights. So we'll go to your fucking tops, your top 3s or 5s, favorites of locals and famous people.
I will do locals first. Favorite locals have got to be Reese, of course, Rick Bliss, Osh, shout out. Man, Zach Payton, and White with a Sprite.
Boom.
And top 5 majors, of course, Tech 9, no specific order either. Tech 9, Ritz, and then we'll do 3. Tech 9, Ritz, and Ubiquitous.
Boom, UBI. Fucking Cess Crew. So obviously heavy strange influence in your...
Oh yeah, that's probably like 90% of my influence. Would be 90% of my influence is strange music.
So Two-sided question. Actually, it's one answer or another, so it's two-sided. So, do you rap fast because Strange is your influence, or do you hear what they do and feel like I want to do something like that in your own style morphed off of it? Or neither?
Neither. Where I have been in my creative discipline, we'll call it, is just I've been pushing myself in every direction I can think possible. You know, I'm not just rapping fast. I'm not. Okay, so I'm not just rapping fast. If you look at it and break it down, 80% of those words are gonna rhyme. My rhyme schemes are still there, even though I'm chopping it up. And then on a different track, I'll go slow. And then on a different track, I'll be chopping it up, going slow, telling stories about somebody telling a story. You know, I got an R&B hook on chopper verses and freaking, you know, and that's just.
Right, that track with me and you and Zay and Rick is hella emotional.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've literally seen multiple people cry just showing that song. What's your plan for 2020?
I have about 3 singles I'm going to be dropping. My next one is going to be with Osh himself, Zay and Rick Bliss and me. So that'll be next. And then I have 2 more after that. I'm working on an album with Reese. It's a joint album. We're going kind of back and forth on the name. Still in the works. Shout out Reese. And got a couple shows lined out. Of course, be performing at Rappers Delight. Got a kid on the way.
Nice. Yeah, nice. Boy or girl?
It's a boy.
Nice, I knew that. I just...
Yeah. For the camera, yeah.
Yeah, fucking... you got names picked out yet?
Yeah, his name is going to be Nathan Henry Lewis.
Because...
Nathan would have been my little brother's name. Henry is Julie's dad's middle name, and Lewis is my last name.
Obviously. Okay, nice.
So I love the name.
Nice. Yeah, I had my son's... I've named both my kids, actually, first, middle, and last name, both my kids. But I had my daughter's name picked out years before she was born, and my son's name, I picked out like 3 super tight names and threw them at my baby's mom, and she picked...
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool, yeah.
But I had my secret meanings behind them, which I didn't tell her at the time, because she would have said no. Like, my son's name is now Elijah Azriel, and he's named after Eli Manning, because... He was the only person at that point to ever beat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. It was before Nick Foles. Cool. And then Azrael is his middle name. Is in the New 52 in Batman comics. Azrael is an assassin who temporarily takes over for Batman at a certain point.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, so, but if I would told my baby's mom that, she would say, fuck no. You know what I mean? So,
but it's a cool name. He's Eli Azriel. Yeah.
Yep.
Never heard nothing like that.
Yep.
Cool. Way cool, yeah.
Yeah. So fucking, I'm a nerd for fucking... Star Wars and comic book shit.
But shit, that's art too.
Yeah.
That's art too, man.
That's visual art, bro.
Yeah.
Like my
they created a whole
movies.
Universe.
Yeah, bro. Movies have been my thing. Like since I was a kid, I've been like a normal person can't watch a movie with me because I'll ruin it for them. I'm such a film critic. Like angles and lighting and fucking the effects that they use, and I'll ruin a fucking casual movie for anybody. Straight up, it's horrible.
Cool.
What, are you into anything nerdy?
Naruto's dope.
Okay, so an anime guy.
Yeah. Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan gets brutal though. If you got a weak stomach, don't watch it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I play a lot of video games. For Honor. First-person shooters, pretty much anything. Rocket League, PUBG.
I think PUBG. That's the one where you drop out of a plane, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so but it's more realistic than Fortnite.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
you can't build nothing.
That's the only one that you just go and get weapons and
Yeah.
like the first 100 and the last one.
Yep.
Okay.
And it gets intense. Bro.
Yep. Okay, so that's the one I do like. I played that shit with my homie and his ex-old lady a few times. That shit was tight.
I've played probably like close to like I want to say like 500 games. I've only won like 20 or 30.
Damn.
Yeah, it's hard, bro.
Nice. Yeah, I was at my homie's house and one time he won and he was tripping. It was like the first time he ever won.
He's like,
so.
yeah, chicken dinner.
Yeah, straight up, bro.
Yeah,
so that shit
like
was tight. I like that one. I don't really play video games. I'm a Madden guy. Madden. I'll let my brother beat me in 2K every once in a while when I beat him on Madden.
That's the one genre of games I don't
sports.
like. Dude, sports.
You said you're not a sports guy, huh?
I can't play sports. I can't watch sports. Video games. Nothing. Last time I played sports physically, I got tackled when I was a freshman, playing freaking supposed to be touch football, you know, on lunchtime, dude. And this freaking this senior tackles me. He's like varsity linebacker.
No, and I seen pictures of you, bro, when you was in high school.
Oh yeah, I was a little kid. I was little, bro. And at that time, I hadn't even hit weight training at that point, so I was like 90 pounds going into 9th grade, bro. Freaking tackled me. 250 pound solid muscle varsity linebacker, broke my collarbone.
Yep, I did the same thing. My homie Knox, shout out Jay Knox, he broke my collarbone in 9th grade. Tackled me, snapped my shit in half.
Yeah, dude.
Yep.
Fun times, man.
Sure shit. Yeah, that's my homie though. But so what kind of kid was you in high school?
Well,
when I was, you had the Bieber hair.
Yeah, when I was in high school, I was on probation for 4.5 years.
For what?
I had like 3 or 4 MIP alcohols, 3 or 4 MIP tobaccos, petty theft, interference, freaking curfew tickets. I mean, you name it.
Nice.
Not really.
All the regular old Casper criminal shit.
Yeah.
The ones that turn you into a lifelong criminal off
really
curfews.
Though. I mean, it's like that though. But
no, I know that's how I started.
That's where it leads into what I was saying. That's in my high school career. I started playing it safe. In 9th and 10th grade, I was kind of being a hooligan, not really caring, ditching class all the time. With the homeboy Bryant. Shout out Bryant. And yeah, just doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff, and then. I just ended up, like, I was tired of looking over my shoulder because I was tired of being in the system because that's exactly what you're saying. They do everything in their power to keep you in the system. You know, I was in Thursday court. I go to court every single week, man. I had to walk from NC to the courthouse and then over to Mills to get home. It was a shitty situation. And then, but before high school, in middle school was when I was really wilding out. You know, that's when I got all my tickets. Yeah, going crazy, partying every night.
What kind of music did you listen to back then?
We were listening to a lot of Stevie Stone. Stevie Stone, how could I forget about him? Yellow Wolf. Oh man, there's rap, a lot of hip hop. Really nothing else actually.
I grew up literally in like the beginning of the 2000s, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003. So like, I grew up on Eminem, 50 Cent, Lil White. 3 6 Mafia, fucking.
I actually hated rap growing up.
Yeah.
Hated it until I was freaking. I remember it so vivid because it was an Eminem "Not Afraid," right? The song. And I'm freaking sitting in the car.
I was in prison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was sitting in the car out front of Big Lots with Ashley and freaking Eminem "Not Afraid" comes on. I was like, I hate rap. Turn it off. She's like, no, just listen to it. I listened to it. I was like, dude, that's a good song. And Ashley got me into rap, so.
That's tight. Shout out Ashley then.
Yeah.
Nice. Alright, so rolling with what we were saying earlier, like I said, you're a pillar now in the fucking hip-hop scene in Casper. When you started was basically around the same time that I started, and we've watched it evolve from nobody fucking with each other unless you were like best friends to where now basically everybody wants to network with somebody in some kind of way. Whether even if you don't do a feature with this person, you'll do a show with this person. If you ain't doing shows with this person, you want a beat from their homie. You know, it's come to that point. So for artists that are gonna follow me and you in no pun intended, the blueprint that we laid, what do you got to say to them?
Get rid of the negative stigma of I'm better than you. Because it's always, you know, it's like, it holds back creativity when everybody's like, exactly what you're talking about. Like, since before the Rappers Delights, everybody they weren't fucking with each other. There was no networking and all that. Completely get rid of that. Like, get rid of the chip on your shoulder. Just work, man. Just work with everybody, you know?
Right? So fucking, that's what I've seen as far as the scene here growing is us just showing up to shows together, even you, there's been Rappers Delights that you didn't perform at, you showed up and you still have met people that you didn't know were rappers.
Exactly, yeah.
You know, they're like, oh damn, I seen you do this and I seen you do that, you want to get on a feature with me? And that type of shit. And now you got features with Rick Bliss, and you got features with Zay, and
you.
And with me, you know what I mean? And so I was like scouting you guys before Rapper's Delight started. And then when the Rapper's Delight light bulb clicked, it was all there, you know what I mean? So I'm like, holy fuck, I already know all these cats that are fucking phenomenal. You know what I mean? And I've always said it from the start, I never wanted to be a better rapper than anybody when I started this. I wanted to be the best me I could be lyrically, because I knew I had bars, right? So I wasn't going to come out and try to do it in a negative way, because like what you said, nobody didn't fuck with each other, and I didn't want to come out and let everybody know who I didn't like personally rather than who I'm willing to work with business-wise, because I wanted to grow the scene, you know what I mean? Because I didn't want to be a rapper. I grew up with cats who were fucking, would freestyle all fucking day, would not stop, who already had tracks, you know what I mean? I grew up before all this bullshit, like in the PCP, Play Cuz Productions, when Luke Casey was Task One, when Jordan Seuss and Nike and all them dudes was with SMK, way the fuck in the early 2000s. So, all that being said, what he just said, if you think you're a better rapper than somebody, you can fucking be a better rapper than somebody. If you're gonna bring a negative aspect into it, be ready for the negative consequences of your actions. Yeah. If you want to fucking grow as an artist, though, I think I'm just gonna go off. The best advice I can come with is just get rid of the fucking negative shit. If you don't like somebody, you don't gotta fucking work with them. You really don't. You don't gotta go out of your way to create an issue, because if you're going over here shitting on all the Rapper's Delight artists, you know, every chance you get, the chances of me ever hitting you up to work with you in any capacity, a video, a cypher, a different show that's not even Rapper's Delight related, you know, because I take artists on the road with me to other states, other towns, all that shit. So, what he said, just get rid of the fucking negative bullshit. When we're all local, we all know each other. We all know each other's phone numbers, and if not, Facebook Messenger isn't that fucking hard to get a hold of somebody on. You know what I mean? So,
I think you said it better. Just be the best you that you can be.
Straight up,
Fuck
like
everybody. Like, be the best you. Exactly. Perfect, man.
Yep. So that's where we're gonna go with this one. Again, shout out my brother Mighty Q. Check him out. Give him all your plugs.
The Mighty Q on Facebook. Facebook, YouTube, SoundCloud, Tidal, Deezer, Spotify, iTunes, everywhere, The Mighty Q. Instagram, you can find me at MQYO, The Mighty Q. That's it.
Fucking A's. All right, Wyoming.
Check out Diverse, The Mighty Q, and check out The Gate by Reese.
Boom. Wyoming love, we out.
Millions of viewers every night watching our show, and what do? We just shovel shit into their faces, man. We could be doing something positive.
That's what people want. Give us some shit. Manja, we're the people. Give us the shit. Manja, manja.
Gotta give them what they wanted. That manja, manja, manja. We be smoking on that ganja. Yelling manja, manja, manja. Yeah, this is what you want. Screaming manja, manja, manja. That boy, he is a problem. With that manja, manja, manja.